Welcome back this week. I'm David with Agricultural Economic Insights, talking about the chart of the week. And it's been a lot of data coming out for economists to sift through in the last several days, but we're stepping back and taking a look at ag trade and a lot of talk about tariffs and trade deficits. And it's no surprise that for a long time, ag had had a trade surplus, but over the last few years, that has diminished and turned into a deficit in 2023 and 2024. So we are spending some time understanding what caused that trade deficit. In part one, which we published this week as part of AEI Premium, took a look at the size of the deficit and some of the sources of what was going on to cause that. And this is simply a look at the really strong, phenomenal run in ag imports. And what we did here is we took a look at the annual change in ag imports and we took a look at this and said, okay, how much of this was because higher prices? Maybe it's because um, inflation, or maybe because we were buying up to higher priced goods, such as a wine or a higher priced cut of beef, or for example, and how much of it was because we were just importing more quantities of these goods. And so when you look at this, there is going back all the way to 2010, so almost 15 years of data here. You can see that there has been a steady increase in the quantities of goods imported. The second thing you can really capture here and notice is that a lot of the upturn that we've seen really happened in the last 3 or 4 years. There's a big dip in the quantity for purchased in 2023, but that was, you know, largely offset by the huge gains in both prices and quantities in 2021, 2022, and 2023. In the rest of the article, we took a look at this same idea for exports. And one of the key takeaways here is there's been a long-term trend towards more quantities imported. Similarly, there's been a long-term trend of very lackluster or almost stagnant growth in U.S. ag exports. Sure, there's some upticks here and there, but we don't see these strong annual gains year over year. Now, there's a lot of commodity level features and commodity level details, and we're going to keep looking at this in the coming posts and the coming articles. But just really one chart here to start thinking about the trade deficit that we've seen in U.S. agriculture that's came up over the last few years, and we really have to think about what was going on in this import story, strong quantities, especially in the last few years, and what's been going on with the export side. It's been weak quantities, especially in the last few years. So that's all for this uh, week's update. Until next time, stay curious.